down. Stream has begun early. Heh. Never see it coming. I'm stupid for starting the fucking stream early. I don't even have a thumbnail. I'm too lazy to make a thumbnail, man. Alright. So what? No productivity today. Woo! Only thing I'm doing is slacking off and not doing anything productive. Virus, I need you to play Greg Tech. What the fuck is Greg Tech? And what does it have to do with me? What is it? What dost thou wish for me to play? To experience? I don't think it's a Roblox game, right? What is Greg Tech? Recreating life from zero. What the What? I'm not gonna play Minecraft. No. Everything but that, okay? Everything. Fucking everything but that bullshit. I refuse to fucking play Minecraft. I have way too many bad memories. Boy, Triple T is coming. The fuck you mean, Triple T? What do you mean, Triple T? You want tea? I can give you tea. A lot of it. Guys, I have an idea. Hear me out. What if I just cop on the battle bricks and tell absolutely nobody about it and we just play the battle bricks? This entire stream just becomes the battle brick stream. We ball. Pitching. Ow! I am. Exos. Was ist das? Really, I have not spoken. Access. Stop fucking stalking me. I beg you. I swear to God. Stop being in my fucking walls, man. What if I try nullscape? Oh, it's fine. Okay. Stalk me all you fucking want. Okay, what am I supposed to do? You know, are there any good funky mods out? Okay, banana. Banana. Me banana nana. Okay, no, there's just fucking. I feel disgusted. Dick Mix! Oh shit! That finally released! Whoa! Motherfuck! Imposter. Retake. Red. Guy Redux. 2100. 201 straight. Sunday Night Plumbing. You guys got any interesting good shit? Please tell me you guys got some good shit. Nonsense 1.5 with community update. Dude, I unironically don't feel like doing fucking 201 straight. I already heard how good that mod is, but that's like nearly fucking 2 hours long. I want fuck. Bye. Stupid mod. Stupid mod that started it all. Every single drama. Every single goddamn drama there was for the Friday Night Funkin' community, it was started by that motherfucking mod. It was started by that fangirl. Might as well try it. How bad can it be? Well, let's be honest, this is gonna be fucking stupidly good. And I'm just not ready for it. Yep. Do absolutely anything. Do fucking anything. Not play Roblox. Okay, where's JKPS? I need my... I don't even need this. Why would I need this? God, that song still goes in my fucking head, man. I don't even know how long it has been. At least a good 3 years since I played that mod. No, I didn't play Sky on fucking real. How could I? Ducks. Up. Come on. Compress. Up. Make me more than... Every time you try something and don't expect it to be good, you end up making a 42-minute video on it. Hey! That was only a singular time, okay? Do not speak of Arknights. Arknights was a completely different scenario. One, I was obligated to make it. I was obligated to make that video because I am a tower defense YouTuber, and if I didn't make that video, I would now be considered a fucking tower defense guy. 15-hour lore video when... Oh, trust me, it's coming. You'll never see it coming, buddy. You just do not fucking know. Of course it's a false positive. Where the fuck is my JKPS, bro? Why does it not work? Good idea. Why the fuck does it not work? Boom. Work. And... Oh, there we go. Yeah, works. Up. Trust me, I am not going to leak absolute fucking jack shit. I promise. I promise per thee. I am not that type of person. Fucker the Yep. Up. I am stupid and I forgot to resize it. Dumb pe- Hey, virus detected being a little too smart. Will virus have a skill share? Of course I will. God, good lord. This... please don't tell me this is V-Slice. If this is V-Slice, I'm gonna shit myself. It's V-Slice, isn't it? Fuck off, this is V-Slice. It has to. Looks like V. Yeah, this is V-Slice. Ah, fuck. References, down scroll. Oh, what play? Off. Launch in full screen. Give me 100k. Fuck you. References. Do I have anything else that I can use? Naughtiness. We commit naughtiness. Fucking naughty, I already know. Gonna be a lot of fucking sex jokes. If there isn't, this isn't a fucking Sky mod. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god, there's two. Oh, it's like that. Okay. Wait. It's still a black screen. Oh, it's still a black... Okay, wait. Let me fix them. Don't fucking tell me that Game crashed. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Son of a Felipe, son of a Felipe, son of a Felipe. Okay, we're just gonna have to play like this, I think. Work now? Seems to. What I'm seeing the fucking thingy. You guys got mania or some shit? I want mania. Alright. I should have probably said that there's gonna be epilepsy here.
Three, two, one, go!
God, I haven't seen this mod in so long. Ah, dumbass. I haven't played FNF in a while. I've been playing Osumania too much. That's not even an excuse. What the fuck am I saying? Then? Look at this game! 3 misses or some shit! Maybe even worse. Yeah, she go cuckoo crazy.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ah, there we go. I think the mixing is not that bad on this. I expected worse. So stop missing. How the fuck did I miss? Oh. Bro, what the f- I got distracted a bit. Yeah, I know that the stream it freezes every a bit. Kind of weird. I think it's just my internet being a piece of shit. Yeah, Osumania play on my ass. Okay, go berserk. Yep. You pulling out your fucking domain expansion? I have a feeling there's gonna be a mechanic here. Oh shit. Or she pissed.
3, 2, 1, go.
What? 4 minutes! I have a very bad feeling about this. I feel like that was a fucking reference. In the instrumental.
like how she's just glitching out and shit. It's kind of cool. Kind of subtle, but it's there. Whoa! Well, that's cool. I can read Get Good in the background. Can you? Oh, fuck. Get Good. Virus. Lock the fuck in. Surprised that I did not see a single thrill in this chart. And I suck. I am shit at this game. Woo! Good day. Good end. Probably something in for, you know. Deck. Tab. Awesome. Okay, let's see this. Fine.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my fucking god. The scroll speed is so fucking slow. I don't know how to get the fucking bad ending, I don't care. God, can they stop sucking at the game? Good. First song. Extra.
Three, two, one, go.
Yeah, mad. I just imagined it. Yeah, exactly. PF insulting for the entire fuck. Where? Nah, null object.
Three,
Oh,
two,
oh,
one,
never
go.
mind. Okay, so I guess that wasn't a null object. Wait, is this the old chart? Ah, this is the old chart, I think. I always thought that this was fucking on the chart for some reason. Fuck! Do me like that. Guess that's cool. What if we do the entire fucking mod in pixel art? Exactly. Wait, Kragato? PvP Panzo, of course. You have their entire fucking special thanks here! God! Hey, do we have anything else? No? Pull up outcome memories or some shit, I don't fuck. Got anything to grind? I don't know. I don't think I have to grind DDX. Do I? PDS showing up in my fucking... into my fucking face, man. Stop showing up! Nobody likes you, kid. I gave up on my daily weekly. I already beat it party mode. I beat it on my own. I beat it on my own terms. Roadside shawarma. What the fuck? Uma racing. We could do that. That would be fun. Racist horses. Hell yeah. Seems fun. Pull up Limbus Company. Pull up Arknights. I don't fucking know. What do you think about it? I think it's kind of lazy. I don't know, man. I always thought the idea of boss rushes... it isn't the best. People are gonna fucking kill me if they find out I said that, but who cares? Maybe nobody gives two what I think. Whatever gets the bills paid. Whatever gets the bills paid. Anchored. Poppy Plaything. Project Ultra Smile. What the fuck is that? Movies server. Boring. Really is nothing. I really have nothing to play. I really have nothing to pull out of my ass. Have Greg Tech. You already get a shock trooper? Nope, I did not. And I'm probably not gonna get it. Because I don't give two shits. I do not give two shits about that. You're gonna tell me to play no skate. What if I just, have an idea? That idea is do something productive on a stream where I'm not supposed to do anything productive. I could be a productive piece of shit and actually work on that video instead of overhyping it. I could be a good content creator and do that. Yeah, fuck it, we ball. CapCut. This is nice. Goodness. Fucking work, or you're not going to work. You're not going to work, are you? I think it works. Probably. I think it works. Fucking.
She just interested me that much for no reason. I don't know why I've gotten so connected to Calcit, but Amiya doesn't exactly feel the best when it comes to mental health. Misha and Alex's death is still engraved deep into her heart.
Okay, I really don't feel like doing this anymore. Okay, do I really not have anything besides no Skype? Okay, throw everything you got at me. Roblox, please don't disappoint me. I swear to God. Forsaken, kiss my ass. Brunky. Fucking. Still exists. I really can't pull anything out of my ass. Right, what the fuck am I expecting from
Heart. Heart. Even after what happened, even after
I guess I'm being productive then.
into her heart. Even after all that happened, she still can't forget about the 2 lives that she took away.
Surprisingly, this was pretty easy to record.
Lives that she took away. Amiya goes to her room while Calcit is not happy with the doctor.
For now, I do the voiceover. And then I do the... Probably the smartest idea.
With the doctor. My guy gets a scolding from the gal. My guy gets the doctor. My guy gets a scolding from the gal for putting Amiya in danger. Apparently those aren't just there for Apparently those rings that Amiya has on her hands aren't just there for decoration or as an accessory. Those rings actually keep Amiya's oropathy condition at bay, and if those rings ever discolor or crack,
I'm going to be pretty fucking precise about this, because this is going to sound really fucking awkward.
discolor or crack, let's just say that the doctor isn't going to like what happens to them after Calcit finds out. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that happening anytime soon. Calcit tells us to stick close to Amiya, and she tells us to not mess this up. We get a scene where Amiya just kind of talks with the doctor, which which this scene by itself is important. Which this scene by itself is important. Amiya establishes her own struggles, and Amiya establishes her own doubts and struggles. Her own struggles, and Amiya
Oh, this is gonna be boring as fuck.
Amiya establishes her own doubts and struggles. She doesn't know whether what path Rhodes Island is trying to take is correct. She understands. Correct. She understands that some sacrifices are inevitable. But while those doubts are present, she
Have one thing. Finish this.
doesn't want to hold everyone back. Amiya's doubt will show up frequently in the story. I mean, I have to remind you that Amiya in the story currently is Amiya in the story
This. Whoop. Whoop.
currently is your average teenager that's a leader of a pharmaceutical company, and she acts mature for a teenager.
Surprises me that this is far fucking better than my other takes when it comes to this. Hold up.
That's a leader of a pharmaceutical company, and she acts mature for a teenager. She has a huge... Amiya has a huge... Amiya has a huge fucking... Teenager. Amiya has a huge burden on her shoulders. She took 2 human lives after all. She took 2 human lives after all.
Kurwa, zapomniałem. Dobra.
After all, you think that a teenager would just kill 2 people and not feel guilty of it? Unless they're a psychopath, then that's a whole nother discussion that I won't get into. This scene gets cut off short with Amiya telling the doctor to give her some time. Amiya telling the doctor
Me when I need to be fucking precise with bullshit. Fun!
Can you give me a small hint on how to beat Chapter 1, Level 30? Do you mean Stage 30? I have no sort of, you know... I mean, I just kind of went with what I have. With what I had at the time. And it kind of worked, I guess. I didn't have, like, anything really too crazy.
Give her some time to remain by herself, and the game
I usually die when Doombringer goes rage mode. I mean, you could just, you know, use that one macro. I know that macros are fucking stupid, but if you're really desperate, you could just farm the paintballer stage with a macro that you set up by yourself, by the way. Because you really need to grind up for, you know. What is it called, for fuck's sake? Oh.
fast forwards to the next morning because apparently the game fast forwards to the next morning because apparently the writers can do that without adding a writers can do that without do that with
God.
the writers can do that with
Hey, how precise this needs to fucking be. Cut it in the straight into the fucking heart.
do that without adding a black screen saying the next day like a
I like how I needed to take like three fucking retakes for this shit.
like a few gacha game companies the next like a few gacha game companies saying the next day like Stay like. Stay. Stay like a few guys. Stay like a few gotcha game companies do.
Yeah, I guess that works. You can understand the sentence, so it's all that matters, right? At least I hope it does. At least I hope that way.
Game companies do. Since it's already morning, the doctor meets up with Amiya and
We'll pause.
since it's already morning,
People are gonna enjoy fucking watching this. I have no idea. I have no idea how the fuck am I gonna pull
the doctor
this
meets
off.
up with Amiya and morning, the doctor meets up with Amiya and Kaltsit to talk more about the situation at hand. Kaltsit has an urgent
Yep. Whoop.
the situation at hand. Kaltsit has an urgent mission for the group where after like 2 whole episodes of barely hearing anything about Chernobog, besides a few mentions by Wei and Chen in episode 2, where the negotiation took place. There was a subsidy that was there was a the negotiation took place, there was a subsidy of Chernobog that was discovered.
And now this is where it starts getting fucking janky.
After Keltsit mentioned this, I just knew that something fucked up is bound to happen. Yet again, the doctor gets scolded a little more by Kaltsit, somewhat filling you in on what those rings are. But also giving you as little information as possible. Holy shit, this gal can't just stop hiding things from the doctor, huh? Anyway, we don't get much out of the... Anyway... From the doctor, huh? Anyway, we don't get much out of the dialogue with Kaltsit besides that. Amiya has already gone to talk with Franka and Liskarm and also Penguin Logistics.
And that is the fucking introduction to episode 4. Ha! 3 minutes! Record time, dumbass!
It's kinda like a goodbye for now, and that we're not going to see these characters for a while.
Now it...
The main part of the episode finally Okay, fine. I'll do a story summary video. I have no idea how people enjoy my retelling of the story. I personally thought that people were going to absolutely clown on it since it was my first time ever even talking about a game story on a YouTube video, but somehow I have no idea how people absolutely loved the way I talked about the story. I don't know what people saw in the way I retold the story. Was it the countless hours rewriting that godforsaken script? Was it the passion in my voice while I was talking about the story? Was it because I didn't say a single bad thing about the story? I don't know. But people ask me to do a story summary video, so I might as well give people what they want, right? Today we're going to talk about 3 episodes. Last time we ended off at episode 3, so today it's episode 4, 5, and 6. So buckle up, because this is about to be longer than your average Golden Bolt video about why Ratchet still hasn't killed Dr. Nefarious. 4 starts right where...
And just listen to the fucking
Episode
difference.
4 starts right where we left off with episode 3. Alex and Misha are dead, and we've gone back...
Fucking compared to the intro, different story. Because I figured out an actually decent setup.
to Rhodes Island for a second to talk about what's next in our plans. And yet again, we get even more Calcet screen time. I have to treat every single second that this character gets screen time like a godsend because I just want to learn more about Calcet. She just interested me because apparently the writers can do that without...
Oh, I know I'm gonna need it. I know what I need to do. I need to throw shades and Wuthering Waves again. Like a dumbass. I love my job. I love my fucking job. Can I really call this a job? This is a hobby, not a job. Exactly what I fucking want. Yep. God damn it, I need. God, what the fuck is this logo, man? I can't find a good. Damn it. It's gonna be this one, is it? This. Yes. Pop. Throw that in there. Into the mill.
Perfecto. Eh. Absolute perfection.
next morning, because apparently the writers can do that without adding a black screen saying the next day like a few gacha game companies do.
Phantom, I can give you tips on Doombringer. I'm far into the game. You two should just go meet up. Talk with each other for a bit. You two are gonna get along. Totally. I can see.
Yep. I would need to make a fucking render for that. Do I want to waste my fucking time editing while I should be focusing on the fucking... yeah, I'll do that later.
Like a few gacha game
People are gonna fucking kill me for this shit, but I don't. Fuck. I'm throwing shades wherever I can. They don't let me do this in fucking. They never let me do this shit in fucking. They never let me do this shit in fucking Roblox Tower Defense.
God, I can't. Four.
Awesome.
few gacha game companies.
You're not gonna shit on me for fucking doing.
Like a few gacha game companies do. Since it's already morning,
I need to use as much.
next day like a few gacha game companies do. Since it's already morning, the doctor meets up with Amiya and Keltsit to talk more about the situation at hand. Keltsit has an urgent mission for the group where after like 2 whole episodes of barely hearing anything about Chernobog, besides a few mentions by Wei and Chen in episode 2, where the negotiation took place, there was a sub-city of Chernobog that was discovered. After Keltsit mentioned this, I just knew that something fucked up is bound to happen. Yet again, the doctor gets scolded a little more by Keltsit, somewhat filling you in on what those rings are, but also giving you as little information as possible. Holy shit, this gal can't just stop hiding things from the doctor, huh? Anyway, we don't get much out of the dialogue with Keltsit besides that. Amiya has already gone to talk with Franka and Liskarm and also Penguin Logistics. It's kinda like a goodbye for now, and that we're not going to see these characters for a while. The main
If you find me in viruses, sir. I'm pretty sure that guy is. I think you two are gonna get along.
The main part of the episode finally begins, and we finally go into that sub-city that Keltsit told us to investigate. But for now, we're
Here we go, baby!
This is what I've been waiting for.
to investigate. But for now, we're only going to see the perspective of two operators that haven't been introduced thus far. Meteorite and Frostleaf. Jessica is also here, finally getting sent out on a real mission instead of getting folded by Doberman. And all of the city room, all of
Okay. Cut this.
you didn't already guess, all of the city ruins have been infested with reunion forces that are lurking around every corner. The operators are currently The operators are currently talking with Keltsit as well. But stuff is about to get real soon since Frostleaf realizes that the temperature is changing to be much colder than before. Frostleaf tells us of some kind of legend that involves
God.
Frostleaf tells us of some kind of legend involving the Yeti.
Pacing is gonna be inconsistent, but who the fuck cares?
Which is totally not something that's going to be important later. To us. We quickly switch our point of view to Amiya wandering around in the Lungman slums aimlessly. Now, I wouldn't Now, I would not mention this scene if it wasn't important. This scene shows Amiya coming into contact with another infected child. She helps them out in getting a broken record player and gives them some food, but that isn't exactly important. What is important, however, is that Amiya shows self-doubt. Questioning whether what she's doing is truly worth it.
And Carmen comes in.
Questioning whether what she's truly doing is worth it. But this time, guess what? Carmen comes over and starts trying to tell Amiya that what she's doing isn't going to get her anywhere. I am obviously Carmen from fucking Carmen
Fireman from fucking Lobotomy Corporation, because they for some reason need to mention that. I don't.
But this time, guess what? Carmen comes over and starts trying to tell Amiya that what she's doing isn't going to get her anywhere. Carmen from fucking Lobotomy Corporation comes over and starts telling and starts trying to tell Amiya that what she's doing isn't going to get her anywhere. I am obviously joking with Carmen over here, but some kind of voice tries to tell Amiya that her fighting for the infected isn't going to change anything. Isn't going to change anything. Isn't going to...
Why the fuck did I say 3, for fuck's sake? The microphone picked it up, dumbass.
Isn't going to change anything. Amiya says no to all of the bullshit that she's hearing. She wants to single infected has a chance, even if they are going to die. Even if single infected has a chance, even if they are going to die at some point because of erepathy. Amiya's inner thoughts are conflicted. It's clear it's clear that those beliefs that she had before Misha's that she had before
Did I just say fucking bullies?
clear that those beliefs that she had before Misha's beliefs that clear that those beliefs that she had before Misha's death are still there. But she knows that the world is filled with inequality. After Amiya finally snaps out of it, we get to see a little girl giving a teddy bear to Chen. How did Chen get here and when? I have absolutely no idea. You don't get much out of this interaction between Amiya and Chen since the scene is cut off short. We later learn, however, we later learn, however, that Chen might We later learn, however, that Chen might have said a few things to Amiya off screen, but really know what Chen said to Amiya since there isn't any sort of flashback scene or. But that isn't exactly all that
Fuck.
screen. But that isn't exactly all that important what Chen said to Amiya, since Amiya gets a call from Kaltsit telling her that the situation over at the Chernobog subsidy has turned for the
Fuck.
has turned for the worse.
Going to need to timestamp this later.
Has turned for the worse. Has turned for
Okay, I get it. Autistic piece of shit.
We get a quick perspective change. Turned for the worse. We get a quick perspective change to our three operators again. They are currently hiding somewhere watching They are currently hiding They are currently hiding somewhere watching Reunion in their natural habitat doing mysterious Reunion things.
Okay, and then I fucking repeated this like 3 fucking times.
Starts getting a little cold. Jessica starts even biting things. It starts getting a little cold. Jessica starts even biting her Jessica starts even biting her fingers to not make a sound out of desperation, and a bit later the reunion bit of desperation and a bit later the reunion members leave with our operators later the reunion members leave with our operators going to investigate what the hell is going on here. Reunion is using Guess what?
Apparently, Reunion. I'll pick the. Probably.
On here. Apparently,
Guess
Reunion.
what?
Apparently, Reunion is using some kind of originium chunk that is generating this ice cold temperature.
That makes completely no sense grammatically, but do I give a fuck? No. I don't. I don't give a fuck if it's grammatically correct.
Cold temperature. We get to learn a little more about the legend from earlier, that this very well could be the legendary Yeti Squadron. Unironically, a really cool name for a squad, although, you know what's interesting?
Break. Out because I got lost in the script.
You know what's interesting? Jessica says at the end of this scene that there's a sort of burning smell coming from not so far away. At first, I thought the game might
I love voice crack. So fun to deal. They are so
away.
fun to deal
At
with.
first, I thought the game might throw in some Tallulah screen time, but that wasn't the case, sadly. I guess if Tallulah did show up at this point, I guess if Tallulah did show up, it would be pretty. It would have. I guess if Tallulah did show up, it would be. It would. I guess if Tallulah did show up, it would have been pretty damn unfair for our operators to deal with that. But enough with the alternative. But enough with the alternative universe bullshit. We get bullshit. We get another perspective change back to Amiya talking with the LGD. She explains the current situation and asks the LGD to form a joint operation to eliminate the remaining force to eliminate the remaining force.
Eliminate the remaining forces. The reunion forces, you dipshit.
Eliminate the remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. GD to form a joint operation to eliminate the remaining force and ask the LGD to explains the current situation and ask the LGD to eliminate the remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. But LGD to form a joint operation to
It was gonna be like this anyway. Sure.
to form a joint operation to eliminate the remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. Eliminate the remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. But Chen says no, with her argument being that Amiya, you're an infected.
Amiya, you're infected and you cannot do jack shit because I'm a racist motherfucker.
Argument being that Amiya, you're an infected. Sorry, but you're going to create more problems if you do anything else in the slums. Which wow, that is just that is just messed up to say something like that to you do anything else in the slums. Which that is just messed up to say something like that to that is just messed up to say something like that to messed up to say that is just messed up to say messed up to say something like that to somebody who helped you in multiple operations where your team would most likely end up dead. Amiya gets a phone call while Chen is still trying to Amiya gets a phone call while Chen is still trying to argue why the LGD can't make a joint operation with Rhodes Island. This time, it isn't Calcit. But rather Jessica hiding somewhere. But rather Jessica hiding somewhere, watching two Calcit. But rather Jessica hiding island. This time it isn't Calcit, but rather Jessica hiding somewhere.
Cool.
Somewhere watching two reunion leaders W and Mephisto. W, obviously the way she is, starts teasing Mephisto with mentioning somebody who they call the old-timer. If you paid attention during Tallulah's introduction back in episode 1, this guy did show up briefly. Mephisto gets rage baited by W so easy. God damn. Show up briefly. Mephisto gets rage baited by W so easily. God damn. It isn't that long until Mephisto starts trying to call out Rhodes Island. Until Mephisto starts till Mephisto starts trying to call out Rhodes Island. Till Mephisto Mephisto's
Hephaestus.
Mephisto still starts trying to call out Rhodes Island, to which Jessica chose the not-so-smartest choice to leave their hiding spot and fight them both head-on. Both head-on. And fight them both head-on. God damn it, the cat... God damn it, the cat couldn't have sit it out a little longer. God damn it, the cat couldn't have sat it out a little longer. Fight them both head on. God damn it, the cat couldn't have sat it out a little longer. Guess who shows up at this it out a little longer. Guess who shows up at this part of the game? Yes, Crown Slayer! Woohoo! Bully that bastard! Bully them so goddamn hard! Yeah.
The most sarcastic fucking voice ever.
At this part of the game. Yes, Crown Slayer!
I guess the cat's out of the bag, eh? Exactly. Exactly. Cat's out of the fucking bag, man.
Woohoo! Bully that bastard! Bully them so goddamn hard! Goddamn hard! After you beat up Crown Slayer and proving yet again that Shaw is one of the more useful specialist operators in the game, Mephisto
Yes. The fridge.
Mephisto starts throwing some kind of powder on his allies. And they start healing. Throwing some kind of powder.
I should have unironically done fucking episode 8 today. Nobody would have come over. I would have had my fun. I wouldn't need to edit this video. It would be a fucking win, and then I would just fucking change it.
On his allies, and they start some kind of powder on his allies, and they start healing. Our operators have no idea what the hell is going on and decide to retreat while also shooting.
Over here. Oh.
While also shooting down and decide to retreat while also shooting down a building to buy themselves some time. The situation is looking much worse already since the Yetis seem to have already attacked a few recon squads.
Okay, I'll do this for like another 20 minutes.
We learned this after seeing Amiya losing contact with multiple recon squads, including the one that Meteorite, Jessica, that Meteorite, Jessica, and Frostleaf are in. This is about to get real fucked up.
Fuck.
Frostleaf are in. This is about to get real fucked up, isn't it? Fucked up, isn't it? We get some dialogue where Keltsit starts questioning when... We get some dialogue... Fucked up, isn't it? We get some dialogue where Keltsit starts questioning when the LGD plans to stop playing dumb, and to nobody's surprise,
Buzz.
Chen completely shoves that under the rug and ignores the question completely. Amiya yet again Amiya yet again asks the LGD to form a joint operation to eliminate any remaining reunion forces in Chernobog. To eliminate any
Yeah, the remaining forces in
to eliminate asks the LGD to form a joint operation to
beep. Beep.
to eliminate any remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. Reunion forces to eliminate any remaining reunion forces in
Now you gotta be precise about this.
forces in Lungmen. Union forces any remaining reunion forces in Lungmen. And this time, somehow, Chen actually agrees to forming a joint operation with Rhodes Island. Talk about Island. Talk about changing your mind faster than a certain dumbass on YouTube that makes dumbass on YouTube that makes tower defense videos, huh? Island. Talk about changing your mind faster than a certain dumbass on YouTube that makes tower defense videos, huh? Chen even Chen even states that it isn't that big of a deal that Amiya and the rest of the operators are infected. Chen even states that it isn't that big.
Hey, don't talk about Wicked Colors like that. Hey, I'm talking about myself, not Wicked Colors. Not throwing shades at Wicked Colors, I would never.
It isn't that big of a deal that Amiya and the rest of the operators are infected. My god, she just even states it isn't that big of a deal that Amiya and the rest of the operators are infected. My god, she just contradicted herself. Holy shit, this girl is stupid.
Hey, that was not in the script. Who the fuck put that in?
Keltsit tells Amiya that her job is to meet up with Meteorite's recon squad since the rescue team cannot reach them, unlike other recon squads. Unlike all the other recon, the rescue team cannot reach them, unlike other. Not reach them, unlike all the other recon squads. Unlike all the other recon squads. Rhodes Island and the LGD arrive at the Chernobog Rhodes Island and the LGD arrive at the Chernobog City. Rhodes Island and
Where does it cut off?
Rhodes Island and the LGD.
Okay, so off somewhere. And that's part 2 done.
Rhodes Island and the LGD arrive at the Chernobog City ruins. And you are not going to guess who shows up.
And we're gonna cut it.
I could. A little more of this shit.
Rhodes Island and the LGD arrive at the Chernobog City ruins, and you are not going to
right.
the squads. Rhodes Island and
Going to be much more stable.
on squads. Rhodes Island and the LGD arrive at the Chernobog City ruins, and you are not going to guess who shows up. Remember when Jessica said that there's a burning smell somewhere earlier? Yeah, Tallulah's back.
She is making her divine entrance.
Back. Chen starts going absolutely berserk seeing Tallulah's silhouette. She doesn't even answer Hoshiguma's call, so Rhodes Island starts following Chen while the LGD blocks off the main exit. Before we continue, we get some Medic and Keltsit screen time where
I don't know if
Amiya and the rest of the team have already entered the Iridium team that every single recon squad has, where Keltsit explains to the team squadron is truly capable of. Already entered the Iridium dense zones of Chernobyl. Amiya and the rest of the team have already entered the Iridium. Amiya and the rest of the team.
weird that you picked it up once, but he didn't pick it up another time. Dumbass.
Of Chernobog, where Keltsit explains to the where Keltsit explains to the team have already entered the Iridium dense zones of Chernobog, where Keltsit explains to
Oh, as well. Whoop. Shove that in there. Put this. I need to go take a fucking bath.
where Keltsit explains to the team that every single of Chernobog, where Keltsit explains to the team that every single recon squad has already been extracted besides Meteorite Squad.
Boop, 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 boop.
Team that every single recon squad has already been extracted besides Meteorite Squad.
Dude, this could have been an entire fucking video by itself. Because I can already see that this is gonna be at least like 17 minutes. Kurwa, czasami się palni w tym... Czasami się kurwa tego palnąć w tym łeb. Chyba więcej kasy by było.
Besides Meteorite Squad, all of the operators from the extracted squads have been diagnosed. The extracted squads.
Cut. Garbage take.
The extracted squads have been diagnosed with varying degrees of frostbite, and that EMEA should take note of this. Frostbite, and that EMEA should take note of this.
At least I know how to have a decent setup now. At least that. This is gonna be far easier to like record shit.
While also telling the doctor, and that EMEA should take note of this, while also and that EMEA should and that EMEA should take note of this, while also telling the doctor to actually keep an eye on EMEA. Now we have
I don't feel like fucking editing 10 minutes of goddamn voiceover.
eye on EMEA. Now we have a pretty important scene that is going to get touched on later. Which is Keltsit talking with Project Red about going to the Lungman slums to deal with the remaining reunion forces over there. This doesn't get going to the Lungman slums, which is Keltsit talking with Project Red about going
This.
about going to talking with Project Red about going to the Lungman slums to deal with the remaining reunion forces over there. This doesn't get over there. This doesn't get mentioned again until episode 6, but it's pretty important after doesn't get mentioned again until again until episode 6, but it's pretty important either way, so it's worth mentioning for the part of the video. Well, I'll talk about that. Where I'll talk about that. Worth mentioning for the part of the video. Where I'll talk about that. Amiya's group meets up again with Chen. Who lost track of the silhouette that she was chasing after.
And I think I'll finish up on the silhouette, maybe.
Amiya asks if chasing after. Amiya asks if it was truly Tallulah that she was running after, but Chen responds that it wasn't Tallulah, and either way, this doesn't seem to be the sort of place that Tallulah would actually be residing.
Okay, I would need to... What's the line?
But Chen responds that it wasn't Tallulah.
But Chen responds... Fuck. But Chen responds that it wasn't Tallulah. And either way, this doesn't seem to be the sort of place that Tallulah would actually be residing in. Good enough. Well, I'm gonna need to do a lot of these retakes, I already fucking know it.
Chasing after, but Chen responds that it wasn't Tallulah, and either way, this doesn't seem to be the sort of place that Tallulah would actually be residing in. That she was running after, but Chen responds that it was that she was chasing after, but Chen responds that it was. Amiya asks if it was truly Tallulah that she was running after, but Chen responds that it wasn't Tallulah, and either way, this doesn't seem to be the sort of place that Tallulah would actually be residing in. Chen goes back to the LGD to quote-unquote merge the squad with Rhodes Island if the situation allows for it, and the operation allows for it, and the operation to save the trio continues. Amiya's squad meets up with Frostleaf not long after Chen
I know which one I need to cut off. Okay, good. This up. Whoop.
continues. Amiya's squad meets up with Frostleaf not long after Chen went back to figure out things with the LGD. Mephisto shows up again, trying to call out for Frost. Mephisto shows
Still have a long fucking way. A lot of these cuts that need to be done, but for today, everybody, that will be the end. Wrong screen. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. This was your host, Virus Detected, now clocking off. See ya.